Hello, this is Tim. This is part 3 of my Hexworld world building project. And this one is going to deal with religion, folklore, myths, cults, any of the above. It's also going to deal with gods and demigods. As just a suggestion, I would suggest only making one god for your hex. But if you really don't like that idea, then you can make more than one. The reason I say that is once all the hexes are joined together, for instance, there's going to be a lot of deities running around. So, but do what you like. If you want to have a bunch, that's fine. That's not a problem. In a 10-minute video, though, it's going to be hard to go through more than one deity. Or maybe you'll need to make several video responses. But come up with the gods. When you're describing the gods, if you want to use like D&D domains to help you describe them, that's fine, but don't feel limited to those. If you want to make your god the god of the harvest and flooding and insects, if you want to use those domains, that's fine too. Don't feel limited by them. Really, just describe the god as you think it should be described. Again, don't worry about the RPG mechanics, that side of stuff. We're just making it, RPG neutral, system neutral. So come up with any sort of religious beliefs, different structures or hierarchy of things. The reason I put cults in there, maybe there's like the main religion, and there's these guys, that don't really agree with them. Maybe there's some sort of schism in the religion. Maybe people have gone different ways. They've interpreted events different ways. Again, there's going to be a 5,000-year period of time of isolation, so there's a lot of room to play with there as far as how you want to do it. But what does your race believe? What is your race's, interpretation of things? How direct is the deity with the culture, with the race? Are they distant? Do they, show up every Tuesday and do a, tap dance for them? That's a bit silly, but you really can do anything you want here. The idea of it being mythical is that the gods can interact with the race if you so wish. They don't have to. They can keep things in balance that would normally not be that way. Maybe there's a desert right beside an ocean, and it's just like a jagged line between them. But I'm getting ahead of myself. This is religion. This is gods. You can come up with demigods or angels or fallen angels. Basically anything that's not a god but has some sort of supernatural powers. So if that's what you want to do, that's fine. I'm trying to think if there's anything I need to tell you guys. If you're having any sort of like hiccups and you're having a hard time coming up with something, I'd just maybe go online, do some research, flip through some old RPG manuals or some mythological books. If you need help, feel free to ask me some questions or post just a text response below, and I'll try to help you out a little bit. But yeah, try to just make one god, any sort of god's little helpers, angels, demigods, that sort of thing. How the people worship, that god, those demigods, how they worship in religious services. Are there religious services? Is it more, personal? Is it based around a calendar? Are there certain holy days? Don't stress too much about the calendar though, because that's on a later video. But just maybe that's something you should start thinking about. Like how does the religion affect the culture? How does the religion affect the race? How does religion affect everything else? The creatures of the setting. Maybe there's animal sacrifices at certain times or for certain reasons. Maybe there's lots. Maybe that's that's a sin to hurt animals. Whatever, you can do whatever you want, whatever belief system you want. You can even throw philosophy in here if you want. Maybe if you have a very distant deity, philosophy takes the place of religion. and this is a place to put like folklore as well. So this could be a really packed video because it's taking me a while to even describe how to do this, but think about the gods and everything, or religion, and post it in this video. The next video is going to be about designing a map. So, all right, see you in the next video.